Welcome to the Take 2 movie recaps. Today, we are going to do a recap of a suspense, thriller movie called Silent Night, released in 2021. What would you do if it was the last night of your life? Kick a few items off your checklist? Rob and plunder the neighborhood? Host a giant dinner for family and friends and enjoy their company one last time? The characters in Camille Griffin's Silent Night have the same idea. The movie picks off at the Nell household, everybody's in their Christmas spirit, Michael Bublé's music is playing in the background, all that jazz. Nell and Simon, along with their 3 kids Art, Hardy and Thomas, are preparing for a big Christmas feast they are hosting at their posh English suburban retreat. There are early signs in the film that indicates that something is amiss. The kids are allowed to curse without abandon, and when Art accidentally cuts his finger while garnishing the carrots, his parents chose not to use water to disinfect his wound. Something is off indeed. While we are left to speculate, the film maintains its upbeat tone, slowly introducing the guests for the evening. First to arrive in Nell's sister Sandra, donned in a stunner of a gown and sparkly heels she bought with the money meant for her daughter Kitty's college fund. Normally she wouldn't announce this out loud, but she does, and the whole matter is laughed off. Among the guests are Sandra's rather dull husband, Tony, James, Sandra's sweetheart from school who got away, and his much younger girlfriend Sophie. Also among the invitees are Bella and her girlfriend, Alex, who makes it very clear from the onset that she did not want to be at the dinner. The night unfolds with familiar scenes of family gossip and drama and relatable humor that arise from the interaction between the colorful set of characters. There's a creepy undertone to the whole matter though, as if the families playing pretend to distract themselves from a larger threat, some secret they've collectively chosen to sweep under the carpet. Everybody proceeds to sit down at the dinner table, and it is then the elephant in the room is finally addressed. As a result of the pollution and climate change the planet has endured for ages, a giant toxic cloud of gas now sweeps the environment, burning humans from the inside out when they're exposed to it. Arguments arise at the dinner table as not everyone has been completely honest to their children about the matter. As it turns out, the first world governments have manufactured a death pill of sorts, allowing their citizens to embrace death in a dignifying manner, as opposed to the less privileged African citizens who slowly bled to death, puking out their guts as their intestines turned to bloody mush. Though the dinner managed to put a damper on everyone's mood, with the parents finally deciding to come clean with their kids, the night must go on. The family disperses for a while as James admits to Simon and Tony that Sophie is with child and has decided to not take the pill. This comes off as a sort of betrayal to the men who remind James that they have made a pact, the pact to end their lives together by ingesting the death pill before midnight, and this is a Christmas movie? Talk about depressing. Cut to Christmas present opening in the drawing room where Art has a difficult time coming to terms with the planet ending and only a select few people capable of affording a painless death. The adults continue talking amongst themselves as the children return to their rooms. As they recall their days of youth and lament over their regrets with some unsettling truths coming to light, the night wraps up with a cathartic toast to love. With everyone choosing to retire to their bedrooms for the day, Alex, who's had a difficult time socializing, decides to take a nap. This upsets her girlfriend Bella, who's worried she might not be able to wake up on time for the pact. Coming out of her room for air, she runs into Sandra, who suspects that the government might be lying to them about the severity of the matter, but ultimately chooses to accept it given the widespread media coverage of the unimaginable horrors happening all over the world. Nell and her family video call her mother for a last goodbye. This pushes Art over the edge, who runs to James' room to confess that he will not be taking the pill, arguing that the science could be wrong and there might be a chance of survival among this chaos. James decides to break the news to Nell, and while he does this, Sophie reveals that she wouldn't be taking the pill for the sake of her daughter to Art. In the family meeting that follows between Nell, Simon and Art, the child is enraged at his parents, claiming that if they want to kill him, he does not consider them family. As he says this, he bolts outside, causing Simon to run after him. Simon comes across him screaming beside a van, the passengers of which include a family much like theirs who have all taken the pill. The scene is particularly disturbing, however the father is able to push through the initial shock to comfort his child and take him back to their home. As soon as Art is in safe hands, Simon breaks down in tears, finally coming to terms with the grim reality that awaits them. Upstairs, Art convulses and we suspect that he might have already been exposed to the poisonous gas. It is time for everyone to fulfill the pact as they take their pills. James is able to convince Sophie to take the pill lest she die in loneliness and agony. Nell and her family are brought to the horrifying realization that their son has already been exposed to the gas and quickly gobble their pills. Sandra, Tony, and their daughter see a similar fate. Alex, who puked the pill, is stabbed by a very cross Bella, causing them to die together. An outro plays with slow shots of each of the dead couples and families, last of them being Nell's, as the camera hovers over Art, his eyes open wide awake. Since Art was already considered exposed to the poison and very convincingly dead, he did not ingest the death pill. This led to him being the only surviving occupant of the house. There's a multitude of questions that this open ending entails. Was the government lying about the severity of the poison? Was Art a rarity in that he was immune to the effects of the poisonous gas? If this was the case, then humanity might still have a chance at survival, although their living conditions could see to improve a bit. Hope you liked the video. Do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think about the movie in the comments section below. See you next time.